My name is Sophia Reynolds, and growing up in our quiet cul-de-sac in suburban Denver, I genuinely believed my parents had the kind of marriage people envied. Mom, Laura, was the warm, organized one. PTA president, homemade lasagna for every potluck, the mom who remembered every kid's birthday. Dad, David, was the fun, reliable provider. Weekend barbecues, teaching me to drive in empty parking lots, always cracking corny jokes that made us groan. My younger sister, Olivia, now 19, was the artistic one, always sketching or playing guitar. I, now 26, was the practical overachiever, working in graphic design while finishing my master's online. And then there was Aunt Jessica. Not blood-related, but she'd been Mom's best friend since high school. Jessica lived 2 streets over with her husband, who traveled constantly for work, and their son, Ethan, same age as Olivia. She was the glamorous one, yoga instructor always in Lululemon, hosting wine nights where the moms laughed too loud. Jessica came over constantly, movie nights, holiday baking, even family vacations to the cabin in the mountains. She was basically family. She called my parents the best people I know. Dad called her Jess, with that easy familiarity. I noticed the shift around the time I turned 21. Dad started helping Jessica with home repairs more often, fixing her fence, installing new lights, while her husband was away. Mom would joke, "David's the neighborhood handyman now," but her smiles didn't reach her eyes. Jessica started texting Dad memes at odd hours. I'd see his phone light up on the kitchen counter. Mom's wine nights turned into solo Netflix binges. Olivia and I exchanged looks, but said nothing. Kids don't want to believe the worst. Then came the summer everything shattered. It was July, hot and sticky. Mom had taken Olivia to a college tour in California for a week. Dad said he had back-to-back client meetings and couldn't join. I stayed home, working remotely, planning a surprise birthday dinner for Mom's return. One evening, I ran to the grocery store for ingredients and decided to swing by Jessica's to drop off a borrowed baking pan. Her car was in the driveway. Dad's truck was parked behind it. The front door was unlocked, classic suburban trust. I called out, "Hello, Jess, Dad?" No answer. Then I heard it, laughter from upstairs. Giggling, the kind that stops when someone realizes they're not alone. I climbed the stairs slowly, heart hammering. The master bedroom door was ajar. Through the crack, Dad and Jessica, on her bed, clothes half off, her hands on his chest, his mouth on her neck. They froze when I pushed the door open wider. "Sophia," Dad scrambled for his shirt. Jessica pulled a sheet up, face ashen. "Oh God, Soph." I didn't scream. I just stared. Then I turned and walked out, down the stairs, out the door, into my car. I drove to the park by the lake and sat there until the sun set, replaying the image on loop. When I got home, Dad was waiting on the porch. "We need to talk." I didn't let him inside. "How long?" He looked down. 4 years. It started as emotional support. Her marriage was falling apart. Then it became more. 4 years. While Mom planned our family photo shoots, while she supported Dad through his job loss scare, while we all celebrated anniversaries like nothing was wrong. I asked the question that burned. "Does Mom know?" "Not yet," he said. "But I'm leaving her. Jess and we're in love. I'm moving in with her next week. Her husband filed for divorce last month. He suspects." I laughed. A broken, ugly sound. "You're leaving Mom for her best friend, after everything?" He reached for me. "Don't." That night, I called Mom on FaceTime from my room. Olivia was asleep in the next bed at the hotel. Mom's face lit up, then fell when she saw mine. I told her everything. She listened in silence. Then she whispered, "I knew something was off. I just didn't want to believe it." She hung up, said she'd be home tomorrow. The next day was chaos. Mom flew back early. confronted Dad in the living room while Olivia and I sat on the stairs, listening. Dad admitted it all. Mom didn't cry at first, just asked why. He said, "I fell out of love. Jess understands me." Mom said, "You don't get to rewrite 28 years because you want something new." Dad packed a suitcase, left that afternoon. Jessica waited in her car down the street. They drove off together. The divorce was ugly but quick. Mom got the house, most assets. Dad moved in with Jessica full-time. They sold her place, bought a condo downtown. No kids together, yet. But they posted couple photos, hiking, dinners, new beginnings. Mom blocked them everywhere. Olivia and I did too. Holidays became minefields. First Thanksgiving, Mom tried. Turkey, pie, football. But the empty chairs hurt. Olivia cried in her room. I forced smiles. Christmas, we started new traditions. Volunteering at a shelter. Ugly sweater party with friends. No more cabin trips. Dad and Jessica took those over. Years passed. I graduated, moved into my own apartment downtown. Olivia went to art school in New York. Mom dated a nice guy named Mark, divorced teacher, who made her laugh again. She remarried quietly last year. Small ceremony, just us. Dad tried reaching out sporadically. Birthday texts, "I miss you girls, hope you're well." We ignored most. Then 2 years ago, Jessica got pregnant. A girl. Posted ultrasound pics with captions like, "Our miracle." Dad wrote a long Facebook post about second chances and family is what you make it. No apology, no mention of us. The real explosion came last Christmas. Dad showed up at Mom's house, uninvited, on Christmas Eve. Jessica wasn't with him. He said she was visiting family. He carried wrapped gifts, one for Mom, a necklace, one for each of us. Looked older, tired, gray hair, lines around his eyes. Mom opened the door. "What are you doing here?" "I wanted to see my daughters. It's Christmas. Lily's first. Thought maybe." Olivia stepped forward. "You don't get to show up with gifts like this fixes anything. You cheated with Mom's best friend. Left us. Started over. Now you have a baby and want us to play happy family?" I added, "We spent years healing from what you did." Mom cried herself to sleep for months. Olivia stopped drawing for a year because it reminded her of family sketches you used to do together. "I can't even look at wedding photos without remembering how you promised forever to Mom." Dad's voice cracked. "I was wrong, selfish. Jess and I, it's not perfect. The age gap with Lily, the guilt. I regret hurting you all. I want to be part of your lives again." Mom spoke calmly. "You chose her. Every day for years, you chose to lie, to betray. Some doors don't reopen, David." He left the gifts on the porch. We didn't open them. Watched him drive away in the snow. Jessica reached out later. Instagram DM. "I never meant to destroy your family. I love your dad. Lily asks about her big sisters. Maybe one day." I deleted it. Blocked. Now life is quieter. Holidays are ours. Mom's new recipes. Olivia's art on the walls. Mark's terrible carols. Rumors say they're struggling. Postpartum issues, money fights, Jessica wanting to move back to her old neighborhood. Dad's posted less lately. Betrayal like that scars deep. But we rebuilt stronger. Mom says forgiveness is for peace, not reunion. Olivia and I agree. Some people you love from afar, or not at all. If this story of long-term deception, abandonment, and choosing yourself over fake reconciliation hit home, subscribe for more raw, Reddit-inspired family sagas. Notifications on? You never know when the next heartbreak drops.